Fire!
Orужие, Stolica, Tula Weapons Capital. Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to another edition of Borders on Budgets. On this episode, we are in Tula, Russia, where we will take in a jam-packed tour in a small radius to discover this city's fortress and fascination with weapons. Fun for the whole family.
Pack of matches, and thank you very much for tuning in. Seems like this should be on the Blair Witch. Next episode. A reminder, Borders on Budgets.
Gorod Geroi, Hero City. Tula is one of 12 cities in Russia, or then the Soviet Union, that was awarded this distinction for its heroic efforts during the Second World War, or, as is known in Russia, the Great Patriotic War. At the heart of the city is the Tula Kremlin, or the fortress. Finished construction in 1520, it was here where the city developed its reputation as a military town, and in the half a millennia since, it has never been occupied by foreign forces. These are quite elaborate bells for indicating a time only a quarter to the hour. And boy, oh boy, won't this city party in 2020 when it acknowledges the fortress's 500th anniversary. Inside the walls are 6 hectares of space, and 500 years ago, the population of Tula was about 800. The 2 cathedrals in the Kremlin, they are newer projects. The Assumption Cathedral, constructed in the mid-18th century, and the Epiphany Cathedral, constructed in the mid-19th century. Absolutely, the fortress is a centerpiece for citizens in Tula. Congratulations!
Поздравляем вас с праздником! Всем желаем доброго здоровья, мира и добра.
What she said. Because the Kremlin is located along the Upa River and that waterway flows through Tula, it won't take long for us to get to one of the main streets and see why this city has a reputation for weapons.
Merci.
Across the Kremlin and the river, the town established its first armory here in 1712 by Peter the Great. Now this plant is referred to as the Tula Weapons Factory. Across the street from the weapons factory, which is across from the Kremlin and the river, is yet another arms plant. This is the Tula Mash Zavod, itself located beside a Russian Orthodox church. For Tula residents, in God and guns we trust. In total, Tula has 27 arms manufacturers and weapons plants. If you've got that many, why bother hiding them? The city has such a fascination with weapons that this circular building is the newly constructed Museum of Weapons, itself located beside a church and a weapons plant. On 4 floors, the museum contains hundreds, if not thousands, of weapons dating back to the Middle Ages, and many of these weapons were constructed in Russia, if not specifically in Tula. Especially a couple of centuries ago, guns and other weapons were also pieces of art. Thanks to this tablet, which contains information in English, this 1870 rifle and bayonet is made out of steel, wood, and ivory, and is detailed with bone inlay, silver, and gold. Look at the exquisiteness of these dueling pistols from centuries gone by. Unquestionably, many of the armaments belonged to royalty, and the smaller armaments belonged to the children of the royalty. So in other words, we're looking at the Tsar's sons' guns.
Oh, more curious in the camera than he is in the cannon.
As the tour proceeds on the first floor, from the 19th century to the early 20th century, this is the first ever Maxim Russian machine gun, circa 1905. It's on the second floor of the museum that the exhibits become more interactive and with multimedia, such as guns to hold. Weapons come in all sizes, including these miniature ones. And there is a purpose why they're this small, and that is that they were built by those who were actually learning how to manufacture guns and other weapons, because Tula, besides manufacturing these weapons, are also known for its schools in arms making. Here is an elaborate display of Tula's status as a hero city following the Great Patriotic War. Here is the Order of Lenin and the Gold Star. Probably the nicest piece in the Weapons Museum is this Sword of Victory presented to Tula as a hero city. Trigger locked and probably without bullets, so definitely idiot proof. This has been another edition of Borders on Budgets. A reminder, Borders on Budgets, long distance hikes, slices of life, not a lot of money. From the Weapons Museum in Tula, Russia, thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Ooh! Tunnel! It's a tunnel! Oh, how neat! Woo, woo!
You know, I kind of get it. This actually is the first time I've ever fired a gun, real or toy. Did you like this episode? Great. Help Borders on Budgets grow. Hit the subscribe button below, and don't forget to share this story with your friends who like weapons.